Nefertari was guided to this space, given a dream to build this pyramid. Her hope was that if enough came and were initiated into the old ways, they would remember again. Many nights she spent wondering, how could so many have turned so far away from the truth? She could see how the pharaohs guided these blind people like a lamb being led to slaughter. They were herded away from the truth and into the darkness of ignorance and blind faith. This pyramid remains. It stands as a reminder of what was lost and what can return again. I had the dream of helping my people to soar again, and I was given visions of Isis doing the same. I was instructed to build this pyramid to restore the ancient ways. I beckon you closer to the truth, to your divine inheritance. Remember what we lost. Restore what we have forgotten. Sacred Queen Nefertari.
Hello, my name is Eluña. I am an Akashic channeler and a psycho-spiritual healer. And in this video, you are actually going to see when I was still in Egypt. So currently, you are finding me in Scotland. I am at Dunrobin Castle in the northern part of Scotland. But in the video that you are about to watch, I filmed it while I was still in Egypt at a beautiful pyramid called Meidoom. In this pyramid, I was able to connect with an energy there, a really beautiful energy. And this woman came through who called herself Queen Nefertari. I learned that it was not the Queen Nefertari that is written about or spoken about, but Nefertari is actually a rather common nickname that was given to women at the time because in the ancient Egyptian language, it means the most beautiful woman. So it's almost like a pet name, like calling someone darling or calling someone habibi in the Arabic language. It is like that. And so she called herself Nefertari when she was speaking to me and when she came through. But it is not the Queen Nefertari. So she tells her story about her experience with the pyramid and why the pyramid was built. And it actually was rather tragic, honestly, to learn about it. It left me with a lot of sadness and a lot of sorrow when I finished having that transmission come through. And you'll understand when you watch it. And I would love to know your thoughts and your experience of listening to this transmission. Before you get into that, I wanted to announce that I am back. I am available for readings and I am going to be with my members very soon. I am so excited. So the next live meditation will be on Saturday, November 2nd at 7 a.m. Pacific time and 10 a.m. Eastern time. The next live Q&A will be on November 16th at the same time, 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern time. If you would like to come to that, please go to my website and you can find all the details there. There will also be an email sent out for those who are on my email list. I am so excited to connect with you all again. It's going to be beautiful. The other big news is that my Akashic Readings calendar is reopening for November. So there will be more announcements about that. And if you do want to stay up to date about the actual timing of that opening, I recommend that you sign up for my email list. The time slots do fill up very quickly. So if you want to know when it's opening, I encourage you to sign up for the email so that you can be informed of the time. And I really look forward to connecting with you all on there. It's going to be beautiful. I have missed doing readings for people and I've missed connecting with the community online. So I look forward to that. Very soon, you will see a video about this particular place that I'm in and a beautiful ghost that came through that was willing to speak with me. That's for next time, though. I hope you enjoy this video. Sending you my love.
Who is Nefertari, a queen? Why did she build it? To restore the old ways, to reunite with the passage of time, time that was lost, the passage and the chapter before our minds were wiped clean, starting again. But she remembered the old ways, one of very few amongst us. She could remember, she could recount the ways the pyramids had been built, how the old reliefs had been brought into the stone with the images from the mind and the energy from the heart. This is how they hold information. There is a molecular and chemical shift that happens in the stones brought on with water. Through energetic force, this water is inserted into the stone, and so it carries with it memories. This is why many today feel called to adding their own flesh, their own DNA to sacred spaces. It is to recommune, to blend your DNA with the space. This both teaches the giver and also teaches the space what is needed for humanity, how evolution is occurring, and what new frequencies and how the transmissions will come through most readily, how they will be received without harm to the being who is trying to receive them. They are very strong. They can be overwhelming for many. When a body is not acclimated to energies, it is like short-circuiting the system. It is too much. When the mind is not prepared, it is a very poor choice. It is an ordeal that the being will go through. There can be a fracturing of the mind when the energies are that strong. And so the sacred sites that now remain and are visited, they learn from those who visit. When they leave their DNA, they learn. They take in the information. You can liken it to AI. They receive information and adjust accordingly. They learn what is needed. This is how they know what transmissions and frequencies to give. This space was an attempt to bring back the old, a way of reminding those who were present what the old culture was, what the old ways taught, what they offered, and what they could bring again to life for those who were open to receive them. This sacred space is on the ground of a vortex point within the earth. Nefertari was guided to this space, given a dream to build this pyramid. Not many were welcomed here. It was a time of forgetting, and so only the select few were brought into this space. Her hope was that if enough came and were initiated into the old ways, they would remember again what was necessary for the people, how all could be lifted together. Her dream was not seen. This pyramid became used and misunderstood instead of being used as a way to bring back the old. It was used as a way to honor the passing of the old and the arrival of the new. An honoring, but not the initial or original purpose of conception. Eventually, it fell into disrepair. It was forgotten by many, cast into the shadows of the old and unused, no longer needed. And so it was forgotten. Forgotten. It was but a fraction of remembering that she was able to bring through. Moving through this space alone, attempting to draw down and draw up the energies of the ancients is no small task. and doing so alone, even more so. She had little to no support. No one amongst her was able to hold the same frequency that she was. She was able to hold a large degree of energy. Others could only hold a very little amount. And so she was tasked with carrying the majority, and she was not successful. Only partial flashes would return to some, but never any true understanding. All the while, the world outside of her culture, and her people moving in the opposite direction to she. Many nights she spent wondering, crying, how could it be? How could so many have turned so far away from the truth that she felt so deeply in her heart? How could they not see and feel? How could they be blind to where they were walking to? She could see how the pharaohs guided these blind people, and in the people's fear and ignorance, they wanted to be led. They wanted to be guided, but they did not know they were being guided away from their own oases, their own rightful air, their own space. Like a lamb being led to slaughter, they were herded away in droves, away from the truth, away from the truth, and into the darkness of ignorance and blind faith. This pyramid remains. It stands as a reminder of what was lost and what can return again. I saw truth, and I knew truth. In my heart, it was there, alive, beating within me, helping me to fly, helping me to see beyond and above where my people believed they had come from. I was able to soar above, and I was given visions of Isis doing the same. I had the dream of helping my people to soar again, to know themselves as free, to see themselves as divine emanations. I was instructed to build this pyramid to restore the ancient ways. I was not told what hope there was. I was not told what chance I had. I knew simply that I was to build it, to help restore. I tried. I brought many through. There were many hopeful beings. I could feel the light in their heart. I could feel their willingness to enter into the source light again, to remember themselves. But none saw the completion. There was not one who could finish. There was not one who moved through integration. I failed again and again. And I tried again and again. always with faith in my heart, a smile on my lips. I would look to the sky, speak with my stars, and know that there was always a light in the dark, and I would continue to shine as they did for as long as I could. And maybe one day others would see the light and it would reflect upon them through time like a star, and they would recount the ancient ways. I am here now, walking beside you, a smile ever present as before, bearing witness, encouraging, wishing to hold and support that which is transpiring before my eyes, walking with dignity. I beckon you closer to the truth, to your divine inheritance. Remember what we lost. Restore what we have forgotten. I am with you in your heart, and I carry you in mine. Sacred Queen, Nefertari, thank you for this sacred space. Thank you to the beings who came through. Thank you for allowing us sacred entry. My energy stays with me. Your energy stays with you. I don't have a lot of words. This feels very sacred, very intimate. Something very deep was shared here today. Something very precious. I can feel it in my heart. May you remember your magic today.